Hello everyone, this is third lecture of the series. In this lecture, I will be sharing my strategy of essay and interview. By the way of introduction, I am Ankita Jain and I have secured All India Rank 3 in UPSC CSC 2020. So let's get started with the lecture. So as I mentioned, I'll be sharing my notes making strategy and how to write an essay and what to do during interview in this particular lecture. I'll start with the quote that talent will get you in the door, but character will keep you in the room. And this character will be reflected in both interview as well as essay. So keep in mind that whatever you are preaching in essay or interview should be your own character. Agenda of the meeting of this classes will be looking into and about sources, how to make notes for essay, and how do you write an essay. Okay, an interview, or which is also known as personality test, will be looking into the sources, then notes making, how to prepare for interview, and what to do during an interview. And then we will see what are the upcoming videos. I'll mention briefly about them. So essay, basically my score in 2018 was 118 and in 2020 it was 146. So some of the changes in my strategy has helped me get 146. So I referred some notes. One of them were Anudeep Shetty sir's notes. They are freely available. You just have to Google them. Actually, sir has written one blog also for essay, how to prepare an essay, and he has shared his notes. There are handwritten notes, and also there are quotes. He has shared his list of quotes also. You can refer those notes. And then whatever you are doing in GS notes, that would be helpful in your essay also. Some of the examples can be taken from GS, such as World War or freedom struggle or society. And then sometimes if some essay is related to science and tech, then GS3 syllabus will help you in those cases. So GS notes should be kept in mind for essay. They can be used. Okay, and then some examples. You can, in fact, list down some examples which are very unique. You feel that they are good if they're used in essay, but your examples should be very relevant while you write an essay. Okay, then book. So this time I referred this book, Ultimate Cheat Book by Ravi Kapoor IRS Select, but I referred this book selectively. This book is good. So whatever was the recommended strategy, so I used that strategy according to my circumstances. I modified this strategy and then used it. Okay, you can just go through this book and see whatever is useful for you. You can incorporate this in your essay writing. Then what else has helped me is guidance. Actually, this time I prepared along with Sir Mitra Sir. So I used to share my essay with Sir. Then he shared his insights that what was lacking in my essay. So he mentioned that my essays are lacking mostly an intro. If your introduction is not correct, then the examiner will not get to know whether you have understood the topic or not. So introduction is very important, and then you should try to build your essay logically. So initially I was writing full essays. So later on I realized that my full essays were not very good. They were actually disintegrated, and flow was okay, but then they were not reflecting the topic. They were not reflecting the topic fully. They were not satisfying the demand of the topic. So this is very important. So you should analyze topic from various points: why it's happening, how it's happening, what is the root cause of what is being asked, and prior to that, I had enrolled in 2 coaching test series. So some coaching test series might mention that I have taken the classes of essay and all that, but that didn't really help me. So this is what I wanted to share about the sources. Notes. How you should prepare notes for essay. First, you should try to see if you can build good introduction. Okay, for various topics, and if you can write down some quotes, make a list of quotes. What else should be in your notes? Some good examples. Okay, complete essays cannot be your notes. You should not write whatever you have memorized for an essay. Your essay should be original. It should reflect originality in the exam. It should not be something that you have memorized and you have blurted out in the exam. It should not be like that. It should have some originality. It should reflect your thinking process at that particular point of time. Okay, so good introductions, quotes, examples, and as I mentioned, try to make some notes from the sources. And try to identify themes of what kind of themes are being asked. So, like there is one theme related to morals and values, and then one is related to societal issues such as gender inequality or poverty, like societal problems. Then sometimes it is technical, like economy related, sometimes related to new technology such as AI or ML, machine learning, like that. So try to identify themes on which essays are being asked, and try to identify some good examples or introductions. Broaden your coverage as many points as you can incorporate in your essay. Try to incorporate them. And apart from that, I think notes making this much is sufficient. And yes, you should refer your ethics notes also. They are actually helpful. If you are able to, get some insights related to morals, you can able to reflect your values in your essays. That will help. But it should be very organic. It should not be like you cannot force morals in your essay. Do not try to force anything in your essays. It's not compulsory to write 10 pages in an essay. Your essay can be of 8 pages, but it should be very coherent, to the point, and with good content. Its quality is one thing that matters most. Okay. Now coming to writing an essay. So you should ideally, while writing an essay, you should first devote 10 to 15 minutes, or you can take 20 minutes also, to analyze topic, and also try to make a flow chart, try to identify various dimensions. If you read this book, no, The Ultimate Cheat Book by Ravi Kapoor sir, IAS, he has mentioned that how you can identify various dimensions, how you can broaden your thinking. Okay, in this 15-10 minutes, try to analyze the topic and identify the dimensions, and try to arrange these dimensions logically, because flow is very important. Suppose you are there is one more approach of finding dimensions. It is called I'm not able to recall the acronym. It's something like polity, and then society, and economy, history. All these dimensions you should be able to think in terms of all these dimensions: science, tech, even cultural, ethics, agriculture, like that. Various dimensions, you can incorporate various dimensions. And one way of thinking is past, present, future, The only thing is you should be able to, satisfy the demand of the essay topic. I can share you with you how I wrote essay in this exam. Okay, I'll share here itself. Let me see. Yes, I'll share here itself. Okay. Important thing is choosing a topic. So there is one strategy mentioned in the book, uh, Ultimate Cheat Book. Sir, Mitra sir has also mentioned this particular way of selecting topic. So I selected my topics following that strategy. So I was able to select topic related to this. This was a very philosophical topic, that ships do not sink because of water around them. They sink because of water which gets inside them. They sink because of uh, water which gets into them, like that. It was something like that. So this topic was very interesting for me. How? Because see, ships, they're asking for ships do not sink because of water, do not sink because of. So there are term water, you have to analyze what is water, and then you will be analyzing what is this, then in what situations they do not sink, and in what situations they sink. So there are 2-3 things that you have to analyze: ships, water, and when they sink, and when they don't sink. Okay. Now what else is required? Why is this happening? Why they're sinking and why they're not sinking? So basically it is a very moral based question. Why they sink? Okay. And then you can analyze how it should be prevented. So this particular topic I started with the Great Depression, World War, Great Depression, basically examples from world history. So I said that the Russian Empire survived Great Depression. Okay, because they were agriculture based, like that I explained. But they finally USSR was fragmented. USSR ceased to exist, and today we have Russia and different countries. So why economy, which was very good during Great Depression, which survived Great Depression, actually couldn't survive in the coming years? So I then said that it was because of the morals which were getting affected. Then I said that there was dictatorship. People were not kept in mind. Okay, people suffered, and like that I analyze it using political ideologies, and what was the actual problem. The actual problem was related to morals. This is just an example. I wrote many examples in this essay, and I analyzed an individual also as a ship. So when do you grow? So you are in a society, there are problems in the society around you, still you are able to grow. Why is it so? And when you start your decline starts, when does it happens? Why does it happens? So here I'm analyzing, I mentioned Buddha also, that he was not affected by the waters around him, right? So basically you should try to analyze the topic. What are the shapes, what are the waters, what were the situations when they were not affected, even though these vices were there around them, and when they actually sank because of these vices which got into them, and then how could it be prevented? So so basically in the end I'm saying that I understand that there is a problem, there is a moral problem, but it can be prevented. So it should be very positive. Getting my point. Now I'll give you example of my second essay. Second essay that I chose was related to women, patriarchy. That patriarchy is there, uh, which is, which is affecting in a very subtle way. We are not even able to see it. We are thinking that we are empowering other genders, but we are not able to understand that patriarchy is still at work. It was like that. Okay. So I started this essay with Women's Day. That Women's Day is celebrated on 8th of March. Okay, every year. Then I said, why there should be only one woman? It should be there. Women's Day is there on every day of year. It should be on 365 days. Why there is only one day dedicated for Women's Day? So it shows our mentality that we are recognizing the hardships faced by women only on one day. Why it should be the case? So like this, I started analyzing this essay. Then society, whatever I had read in society, it helped me, like dual burden and glass ceiling. All these things actually helped me. I mentioned how there are patriarchy at work in very subtle way. Okay, these examples should be very good. The examiner should be able to connect with the examples. Okay, and then while ending this question, ending this particular topic, I came to I said, why only women? Think about other genders. Actually, I mentioned about other genders in the introduction itself, because I wanted to tell the examiner that I want to be talking only about women. I'll be analyzing this particular essay in many dimensions. Every gender will be included. So I said that there should be not just Women Day, there should be Men's Day, there should be Transgenders Day, and every other genders day should be there. And in fact, going forward, thinking big, there should not be any day. Like that, I analyzed. And then in the end, I ended this with a quote of Rumi. Actually, this quote was very close to my heart, so I wrote this quote. The quote was, define me and narrow me. You deprive yourself of yourself. So basically, we are trying to, define women, define different genders in a certain way. That this particular thing should belong to women, this particular role should be women, and in this particular way, we should empower women. Why to define? Why to narrow the perspective? Let them go in every possible field. And with this definition of women, no, you are depriving yourself of yourself. You're not able to understand what a woman is. You're not able to understand what a particular person is. There should be one day only, Humans Day. Everybody is a human. Okay, so you cannot just define a human in a rigid manner. Let the uh, let go of the definition. Okay, there it is very bad. And this perspective actually came from my philosophical knowledge, because in philosophy I have read that Brahm cannot be defined. It's the best description is neti neti, not describable. Similarly, a particular gender, a particular human cannot be defined. He, she, it is more than just a particular gender, male or female. A human is beyond that. Okay, so your essay should look big. You should talk about bigger things, in a very positive way. You should think about the broad things on a global level, even at a very subtle. Well, there should be, it should tell that you value a human as a human, right? So like that, you should address an essay. So basically, if you look at this essay, it has a lot of emotions, but it has a lot of content also, because I mentioned with good data and examples how it is affecting. Okay, so it should be like that. And you should not really worry about memorizing data, that uh, this particular report says this and this. No, you just have to give the uh, idea. Okay, if you are able to support it with data, it is good, but idea is more important. Okay, so this was my strategy related to essay. You should focus on your introduction, talk about bigger things, talk about positivity. It should give some positivity to the person. Nobody likes negativity. Okay, now we'll go forward. So I have shared my notes making strategy, sources, and also how you can write an essay. Now I'll be switching to interview preparation. In 2018, actually, I got very low marks, but in 2020, I've got 212 marks. So I feel that a lot depends on the day also. And a lot depends on your mindset on that particular day. So I went in this particular interview, I was very nervous. I was thinking what will be the result, whether I would be able to score 200 marks plus and all these things. Here I went only one thing, that whatever I have studied, if there is some question asked from that, I should be able to answer it. And even if I'm not able to answer it, I'll say with utmost honesty, sir, that I do not remember. In the end, I am a human, they are human. Whatever they're asking, I will say with utmost honesty and with positivity, and I'll try to give all the sides. This was my basic strategy for interview. Coming to sources. So in interview, the most important part of your preparation is preparing for DAF. So try to make your own notes based on DAF. You can make them through Google. A lot of Googling was done while preparing for my notes for DAF. For example, I am in IAAS right now. So I I read reports of CAG, for famous reports of CAG to prepare for DAF. And then I made notes of these reports. And in fact, in interview, a question was asked from the report. I was able to explain report with all the facts. And then the question was asked in a very negative tone. But I ended it on a very positive tone, and everyone started smiling. So this particular thing actually, help during your interview. I'll explain some questions, and so as to give you an idea that how you can be positive even if someone is trying to stress you in the interview. Okay, so try to prepare your own notes like hobbies and all. For example, for my hobbies, I took notes from Wikipedia. And also, since it was my hobby, so I have a lot of experience in that field, no? So if they ask something related to my hobby, I would be able to express it. I would mention some of the my experiences from my some events from my life related to my hobbies. I did that only during interview. I'll explain this afterwards. And then coaching notes, questions, DAF based questions. So sometimes we are not able to think like what kind of question they will ask from hobbies. So you can refer some questions provided by some coachings. For example, next IAS question bank was good. And then for some notes related to like economy, I think IAS Hub lectures and notes were good. And then for IR, Mahesh Bhagwat sir. Mahesh Bhagwat sir's lecture series for IR was very good. And then for optional based questions, I referred Mitra sir's question bank. And also I took guidance, sir, how should I answer this particular question? Whatever I'm saying, whether it's making sense or not. What is the better way of saying whatever I'm saying? What is the better way of articulating it? Articulation is articulation actually helps. So sometimes we try to convey something, but we convey it in a wrong way. But if we convey it in a proper way, then it would be helpful. It would be helpful for us to explain, and the interviewer will also be able to answer. I mean, understand whatever we are trying to convey. Then one-to-one discussions, they really help me. So I made a group of my friends, who used to ask me questions over phone and then tell me how you should answer this particular question. My sister, my husband, they used to ask me one or two questions daily and tell me how you should, answer this question. Whatever you are saying, your content is good, but it should be articulated in this particular manner. So this actually helped. Then mentors, like I mentioned, Mitra sir helped, Mahesh Bhagwat sir helped, Khan sir of KSG group. He gave a very good feedback during mock interview. He helped, and that feedback was very, very, very relevant and very positive. Then feedback given during Vajirao and Reddy mock interview was also good. During Chahal Academy mock interview, they also gave me good feedback. So some of the coaching centers give good feedback for mock interview, but actually this is a very subjective experience. So sometimes at the same coaching institute, some people do not get the relevant feedback. So it happens. It is very subjective. So I have mentioned there are a lot of people who have given me feedback. I may not be able to recall all their names, but I have mentioned some names that were really helpful for me. Now coming to newspaper. So newspaper notes are very, very important for interview. If possible, read both the newspaper. Okay, the Hindu and Indian Express. And yes, also prepare for your place. Suppose I am from Delhi, so I'll go to Delhi page in these newspaper, and I used to prepare notes from there for preparing notes for Delhi. Okay, and then mock interviews are also useful. At least have an idea of what is the setup is all like. Okay, in 2018, actually, I gave more than 10 interviews, mock interviews. While in 2020, I gave less than 5 mock interviews, because in the end I felt that I'm not getting the required feedback. I was getting a very specific feedback that the answer you have not answered correctly, but what I had wanted was a broad picture. So that was something which helped. And I think afterwards I just relied mostly on one-to-one discussion, and it actually helped. Your discussion should make you more confident. If you feel that after going to some mock interview your confidence is getting reduced, stop taking mock interviews. Okay, you do not need negativity, just take the positive feedback. Okay, take constructive feedback from these mock interviews and try to incorporate them. All the feedback is not important. Whatever everyone is saying is not important. Only the relevant things are important. So put a filter before you take feedbacks. Only relevant feedback should be taken seriously. It should be some feedback is like, your answer should be positive, it should start on positive note, thanking is important, like that. This feedback is actually good and it is helpful. I'll give you some important points in the end. Notes making. So what is important? Newspaper. So its notes should be made online. I'll recommend online notes making, because then in online note making it is easy to update. In online note making it is easier to update notes. So for interview specifically, try to make your notes online. And what should be included? Positive, negative, introduction, okay, different views, and how you would be conclusions or opinions. Okay, and then what else in notes making? DAF based. So whatever sources I have mentioned, so from there you can see whatever is required. From these sources, try to make your notes. And try to write down some good experiences from your life, sometimes related to your hobby or something. Then and also you can mention some points you think Some points or events you think should be mentioned during your interview. I actually made a list of points which I was thinking that I'll mention in interview wherever possible or whenever I get a opportunity. I mean, these events should not be forced. Like if someone is asking you different thing, do not tell different answers. Give the relevant answer. So if some question has come from an area where you have an event to share, so you can give your own life experience and event there. Okay, I'll tell you one example. So I had done some work on. I had made one strategy paper on during my training in audit. So I mentioned about this because it was something really had worked on. It was related to my background also. It was related to IT and audit. So I mentioned about it. It gives a positive, gives creates a positive image of yours that you have not done your training like that only. You have taken your training seriously. Okay. So some events like this you should mention, and some events related to my hobby also I mentioned, like it was related to cooking. So they asked, you have done cooking only in Western style, you don't know about Indian style. So I mentioned, no, sir, I know about Indian style also. During my training, I prepared food for. Actually, I did that. So I told everything which was true. No false statement, no lies, please. So mentioned that, sir, I prepared food for whole academy during my training. Like that, I mentioned about my uh, events from my life. So it shows that you have pursued your hobby. Hmm? And similarly, wherever possible, wherever they ask for specific things, where sharing experiences from life was required, I mentioned. But this should not be too much. It should not be like you're saying only about yourself. Okay, so rationalize it. Strategy. So actually, I have covered my strategy while talking about notes making and sources. I'll just try to pen it down. Notes of newspaper of at least 30 days before your interview. So you will start from 30th day to your interview. Like if my interview is on suppose 10th of September, then I'll start making notes from 10th of August. And then I'll make notes of newspaper every day. And which topics? Topics can be taken from here. Vajiram and Ravi. FB page. On FB page, they mention that which topics you should read. So you can follow these topics. And revisions are very important. So whatever your notes you are making of current affairs or DAF based questions, keep revising them. And what else is important? One-to-one discussion. Talk a lot. Talk to your friends. Talk to as many people as you can, and try to discuss things. Try to discuss some concepts, some current affairs. Try to see whether during discussion you created a negative impact, or when the discussion was very light, still you was able to tell all the content that you had. So it should be like that, and it should be organic. And what else? Mock interviews you can take. I think this should be enough. And be positive. Let people say anything. Let them say that you are not able to do it, you won't be scoring good marks. Let them say whatever they want to say, because the day is still not there. Your deciding day, you will you should feel bad about feedback only when you are not able to perform good in the real interview. Do not be sad about the mock interviews. So stay positive. And meditation also helped me. So I used to meditate every day, so it made me calm. So I was very calm during my interview. And now points to remember during the interview. Calm and composure. Confidence is very, very important. You should stay calm and it should be very confident. Whatever you are saying should be logical. If you are convinced about whatever you are saying, it will reflect. It will reflect in your body language. Okay, be positive. Even if they are saying something you feel is very negative, it should not be said like that. But you should be positive because that person is actually, if the interview is yours on and not that person, it is you who is getting judged, and it's not your job to judge them or yourself. So while answering no, do not try to judge anybody, not even yourself. Just say whatever you want to say. Understanding of the question is very important. So whatever the question is being asked, you should try to understand it. Take a pause. Okay, try to analyze what is being asked and try to make a structure of your answer. And you should give both the sides and try to end on a positive note, or a solution based answer should be there. Now I'll try to explain what does I actually mean about them. So my interview started with the question that Ankita, you have a very diverse profile. And he mentioned he was very happy telling me all this. Then he said, how do you feel? So I was like, what should be the answer? So usual answer is it feels good, but I capitalized on that answer. I said, sir, I have studied science and I have studied computer science. After that, I got the opportunity to learn about geography, polity, history of my country during my UPSC journey. And then later on, during my training in Indian Audit and Account Service, I got to learn about commercial subjects. So, sir, my experience has made me feel very complete and wonderful. So it is a very wonderful experience for me, and I have learned a lot during this journey. This was my answer. Then he said, okay, whatever, and what was left, you have taken as optional. Then he started smiling. He said, your optional is philosophy. I said, yes, sir. Then he said, Ki, why you have taken philosophy? Was it because of interest, or is it a calculated risk? So you would be like, Ki, no, I have to be very, show that I am very moral. And most of the people will say that, sir, I have taken it out of interest. I said, sir, I have taken it because of both the reasons. Then I explained, sir, I have interest in it. I have compared syllabus of many subjects and I have realized that there are few topics which draw my attraction. Then I mentioned those topics. There is proofs of God, there is rationalism, there is empiricism, which tells you how you can think about a thing. There are many views to think about things. And then, sir, also it was a calculated risk because its syllabus is very concise and it requires a deeper understanding. So it was both. It drew my attention because it was interesting and it was a calculated risk. This is how I answered. Then he asked about philosophy, application of it in real life, and he said mention one example, either from professional or personal life, where you have applied philosophy. So I mentioned, first I started with the approach of philosophy. Then I mentioned, so during my posting in Mumbai, while discussing an audit file, I realized my views were different and my team's views were different. So in the Syadvad theory of philosophy, like that I explained. So do not shy away from explaining your own, opinion. Tell them, they want to listen to you. Okay, this is how you can be positive, confident, and tell everything with utmost honesty. And structure of the answer, I was talking about the structure of the answer also. So one of the question was related to women in the forces. So the lady said, Ankita, you have said about Syadvad and many views. So there are views related to whether women should be there in the forces. There are some positive views and there are some negatives. So tell me both the views. So being a woman, I'm like, they should be in the force and all. But she mentioned that you have to tell the negative also. So I told both the sides, ma'am, positives are, if women are in the forces, they can be a good example for not just women, but for men also, because men will also learn that they are also equal. And it's not just for men, it is for all the genders. Everyone should not be restricted. All the genders should be allowed to do all the things like that I explained. Then sir, ma'am, in cyber security, knowledge of women should be taken into account, they can help. Like that I explained 2-3 points in positive. Then in negative also I mentioned 2-3 points. I'm like prisoners of war, and ma'am, atrocities on women during this. But while after explaining this, I mentioned, ma'am, but if we do not give a chance to women, then we won't be able to see whether they are ready for this or not. If women are ready to join forces, uh, they are eager to join forces, they already know that they can be taken prisoners of war, and they are ready for it. They are ready for all, we are ready for all types of ordeal. But just uh, give us a chance. Then I said, ma'am, however, there are certain things which needs to be done before we take women in the forces. Like there should be infrastructure, we should focus on training, how they should be trained to handle all these kinds of ordeal. Like this I answered this question. So I covered all the aspects in a very organic way. Hmm? And I mentioned sites, positive notes, and also there was solution also. Hmm? Then you should acknowledge your lack of knowledge. So they asked me, they said very, they said, Ki, Ankita, you have been trained in Shimla, so you must know about Shimla, and you should, I know you know about this thing. So tell me what is the most unique and thing in the Shimla. So I didn't know. So I said, Ki, sir, there are a lot of unique things in Shimla, but what exactly you're trying to say, I'm not able to understand. Like that, I said. So he mentioned that explain me various things that you see while you go from your academy to Mall Road. I explained that, sir, when you go here, there is this building, and then you go up, there is this statue. When you go down, there is lower bazaar, middle bazaar. Like that, I explained the whole map of Mall Road. Then he said, but still you have missed what I wanted. So I said, sir, sorry, I may not be aware of it right now, but I'll try to search it afterwards. So he mentioned that there is a building. Then he said, now you must tell me, you must have read about it. Tell me what is written over the board. I didn't know about it. So I politely said, sir, sorry, I don't know about it. But since you have mentioned it, I'll try to find out. Then he smiled and all. Then he moved on to second question, and it was a very lengthy question. So after he completed his question, I said, sir, can I use a pen and paper? So I noted down all the important terms in the question. Like he asked about the, first he mentioned about coal scam report, then he said 2G scam, then he said about the CAG. He mentioned one book of Not Just an Accountant. Like that, he said. Okay. So I noted all these things so that I'm able to incorporate this in my answers. I started this answer by thanking that person. I said, sir, thank you so much for the information. He mentioned no about Shimla and everything. He gave me some new information. So I thanked that person. I said, sir, thank you so much for the information. And then I started answering. Okay, sir, you mentioned about coal scam. So he said, no, don't tell me about coal scam. Tell me about only 2G scam. So then I explained what was there in the reports, what were the facts, what were the basis of the facts, and what are the different views about this, and what can be the final resolution, like that. And in the end, I this was very negative. Okay, then he asked about this, and then I end it on a very positive note. Sir, sir, most probably not just an accountant means that CAG is also an auditor. Like that, I ended this question. Then everybody started smiling. So you should try to keep the tone of the interview positive. Similarly, there was one more question. So where the lady member asked me about the culture. She explained that we are forgetting our culture. We are not able to, girls today do not even wear saris. So this is a very negative tone. They do not really mean it. They are just trying to test how do you really feel about it. So I said, ki ma'am, you are right that the culture flows from family. I have watched it under my mother. Like that I explained, ma'am. Then she mentioned about ceremonies and all in the Japan. I said, ma'am, as you mentioned about Japan, we can also have some ceremonies here, so that we can celebrate our culture on a societal platform. Like that I mentioned, she said, no, but we are Japanese are having this ceremony because they have forgotten their culture. But what should we do? So then I said, ma'am, so we can have ceremonies so that we do not forget our culture. And then everybody started laughing. And this was my last question. So my interview ended on a very positive tone. And then in the end, chairman said that, Ankita, it was nice meeting you, and very good things about me. He said that take care of yourself, like that. And in the end, I also said, sir, it was a wonderful experience for me. Actually, it was a very wonderful experience for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was very calm, positive. I smiled throughout the interview. And then I said, sir, thank you so much for your valuable time. And have a nice day, sir. With this, I left the interview. I left the room. So I was satisfied with my interview in the end. There were some questions I was not able to answer. I acknowledge that I do not know it. I acknowledge that I didn't know it. All these things, because they're not testing your knowledge, they're testing your personality. They're seeing whether you are able to accept your shortcomings, because no one is perfect. I have a lot of weakness to work on. Whenever they say that, tell me some weakness, be prepared to tell your weakness, because it is not possible to have to not have any weakness. There are a lot of weakness, and you should tell them that we are working on them. So they will also appreciate, because they want to train you. There should be something, so they to improve and train. So like this, you should remember during an interview. This is very important. Calm, composure, and confidence. Whatever you are saying, say it with confidence. They need confident people. Okay, confident, honest, positive people. So interview, I have shared with you strategy and notes making, and I have shared you some incidents from my interview. You will find some mock interviews where you will think that this is the way my my real interview went, but this is not the case. Real interview was different, and real interview for every other person is different. It actually depends on that particular day. So keep in mind that thing whenever you try to learn from some mock interview of a topper, be it anyone. So keep in mind that they must have improved on it. So finishing the interview and essay part. Now what's coming next? So it will be related to polity and economy. I'll be covering sources, notes making for both mains and prelims, and answer writing. How we can do answer writing in mains. Okay, I'll be sharing how you should write answers. And then I'll be covering about philosophy and ethics, and I'll cover their sources, notes making, and answer writing. Okay, let me know if you need anything else from me. I'll try to incorporate in my next videos. Thank you so much for patient hearing. This was a bit longer video, and wish you a very nice day. Thank you. Have a nice day.